Hello, my name is Brian Solis, and I am here in beautiful, sunny Silicon Valley. You know, I normally don't do hardware reviews, but I can't help it today. I have been let's just say, an enthused consumer lately of Bose. So I'll just state outright that these reviews here are actually based on products I purchased at full retail. But I just had to because they were so interesting. I travel all the time. I'm always on the go. I'm in a variety of just unfamiliar scenarios. And lately, these Bose products are actually addressing those needs, those unmet yet unforeseen needs. So let me start with these guys. So this is the Bose frame, or Bose Frames, that come in two different styles. I actually picked these up at South by Southwest. They just released different lenses. I think there's blue and there's also a shiny silver polarized lens, which I just ordered, but I'm actually maybe regretting that. I like these black lenses. I picked these up because I had also purchased a scooter to run around at South by Southwest, and I don't really like having things in my ears when I need to focus on stuff, but I also do like to listen to music while I'm riding. And what I found interesting about these is that they're actually they're not going to replace your earbuds or your headphones in terms of quality, but they are going to give you that fulfillment in terms of engagement or entertainment, whether you're listening to a podcast or you're listening to music. And so they instantly pair. There's just one button. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I don't know if you could hear that. It's loud, it's wonderful. I don't know if I'm talking louder, but no one else around me here can hear it. Let's see if it's still playing. Yeah, the speakers rest right here above your ears. Maybe you can get that. Oh yeah. And then the simple pause. You could also control Siri or OK Google with the one touch of the button. They are very cool, and optically, I mean, just wonderful. Keeps all of the colors vivid. So the only bummer about this, I mean, is the case. You'd think that they would have charging mechanisms within the case, because the case is uniquely designed to hold these frames, because the frames have, you know, they have a different design. They're a little bit larger here on the sides, and that's to obviously contain the speaker mechanisms and technology. I don't know if you can see right here where you have the output. So instead what you get is this. Get a cable, proprietary charging system, goes here. The other problem is that they don't fit in the case with the glasses on, so I'm not sure what that's all about. So I would change that. I've had to figure out things around that. Now, I love them. I can't remember the price point because I'm not a normal reviewer. You'd think I'd have that handy, but you know, check it out. They're interesting. The two different styles are very cool. These fit my face a little bit better. I think it was $2.99. Next thing up. Oh, actually, you know, before I forget, one of the things that's interesting is they just introduced an SDK to, who's this guy behind me? Getting in my frame. I guess he's playing pool. There's a pool table behind me. And text messages coming in. All right. So, sorry about that. The other thing that's interesting is they just released an SDK, and the SDK is all about immersive audio. So you could listen to soundscapes, for example, with, in this case, there's actually an airplane flying by, but you could have, say, a daytime soundscape where you're at the beach, and you could look this way, you could look that way, and you would actually hear sort of the Doppler effect in different scenarios. So you might hear an airplane flying over. If you look up, you might hear the seagull if you look this way. You might hear the wave stronger if you look this way. It's very, very interesting. So I can't wait to see what developers do on that front. So on the next product I do want to talk about here is the Bose Sleepbuds. So I travel all the time. I don't know if my body actually knows ever what time zone it's in. And I needed something. I'm not a big fan of taking stimulants. I mean, maybe melatonin is probably as close as I'll get because I want to try to keep things natural. And these Sleepbuds are something that I was just sort of desperate to try. I've been trying all kinds of things, earplugs, all kinds of different eye masks. And the interesting thing about this is that they're low frequency Bluetooth, because who knows what you're doing when you put these things next to your brain, but they're smaller than a traditional earbud. These are not earbuds. You're not going to play music off of these, but they do fit nice and snug. They come with 3 different sizes, large, medium, and small. These are medium, although I might actually try small. And you could choose a variety of soundscapes through the app. Let's see if I can find this here. Called Bose Sleep. So whereas these connect with Bose Connect, you have a dedicated app for your Bose Sleepbuds. So I'm actually going to pop them out of the case. Found the buds. You could set an alarm, which is very cool because as you're choosing your sound, you have different, you have different sounds you could play. The one thing that always bothered me about sleep machines is that you could tell where they start to repeat. And that, I don't know if you're like me, but I notice that stuff and it bothers me. I actually anticipate it, and so I have to turn off everything. So you could choose all kinds of different things. So like say you don't like any of these, looking for more. You go to the sound library, you can sample, and then you can download them. Now the thing about this is that they actually download to the earbuds or the sleep buds. So you can only have so many at one time. So make sure you choose wisely. And they do take a while to download, so make sure that you do so before you're actually going to need them. A few things about this. One is they work extremely well. You can choose the volume. It'll give you a threshold for which that volume is going to let you know if you might not hear outside stuff. So one of the things that I love about them is that when I'm on airplanes, when they start bringing out those carts, I don't want to hear that because then my body naturally creates sort of that anxiousness, like, oh, I better wake up. I don't want to miss out on whatever they're doing. I want to sleep right through that. So I actually go beyond the threshold and set an alarm so that way I can casually, gently wake up when I need to. Cool thing about this, unlike the frames, is that they have a charging case. So they just magnetically grab on and they hold a charge with or without being plugged in, although they are not as seamless as Apple's earbuds, I will tell you that. There we go. Case slides up and down. Yep, they're snug in there and they are charging. Very cool. They are very pricey though. $299 I believe is what they retail for. Last but not least is yet another unforeseen product that I needed, and yet Bose makes it. It's a neck speaker system. It's part of their sort of sound style that they've released. This thing is use that as an outtake. They just sit on your neck. That's all. And you can turn them on here with the button. Oh, I guess they were on.
Battery 80%. Connected to Solis.
Alright, so these, unlike the frames, are going to do two things. One is they could produce personal sound for your space here. Let me just get these babies going. But the volume, the speaker system is so pronounced so capable that I could play it loud enough and folks around me are going to be able to hear it. So right now, this is a personal sound space that's just really cool. Loving this. I don't know if you can hear it, but this is a very comfortable space for me. It's called the Soundwear Companion, and I'm gonna go a little bit louder. Let me see if I start a new song. Some bass. Okay, that's max volume. I'm sitting at a distance from the microphone. My friend here, back in the frame, I'm gonna have to have him sign a waiver. See if I can do that. Yeah, so I don't know if you can hear this, but it's pretty good. Bring it closer. So you have controls. They're on the side, so pairing, volume. You have the zipper that tucks nicely there. You have volume up, down. Again, the ability to control Google, Siri, Alexa, whatever you, I believe Alexa as well. These are, I can't even tell you how full these sounds are, right? These are just personal, sort of keep you engaged with sound as you're moving around, running around, or even just walking around. But these are meant to be immersive, right? You could immerse yourself in sound and also someone you're with. The other thing that's interesting about this, I'm just going to press pause because I'm getting too into the song, and I'm not sure how much of that you actually heard. They state again, it's totally immersive. It's fully immersive. It's very rich. The bass, the mids, the treble are all very pronounced. They come with a black case, but you could also get, I believe there's gray, and I think blue is another one. They're separate. But if you unzip it, you can just pull the speaker system out and switch it, or also clean it. It's strange because now I find myself traveling with these glasses, with my Sleepbuds, my Soundwear, and also I do have Apple AirPods, and I'm not a big fan of the little stems hanging down from your ear, but it's better than a wire dangling in front of you. It's hard to beat these. I mean, look, I still use noise canceling headphones, and I just ordered the new 700 series by Bose, and they won't arrive until the end of July because I ordered the silver model. And I've been happy with the QC35s. I didn't even upgrade to 2. The QC35s were fantastic for flights. I know a lot of my friends are really loving the new Sony noise canceling headphones, also because they look a little bit more fuller and modern, but it's all right. But these I carry with me everywhere because they're great for phone calls as well. But you know what? That's another thing I meant to mention. I find myself actually taking more and more calls with this, especially when I'm driving. Even though I have Bluetooth in my car, I'll wear this as I'm driving. I'll shut the Bluetooth off in my car because it's just fuller here, and the mics are fantastic. Other than that, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, if you've picked up any of these or if you've found alternatives or other products that I might need to consider. I'm always up for geeking out on this stuff. So thank you so much, and I am going to get back to my tunes.